G'day and welcome to Aussievision. I'm Sam, and today we'll be discussing what I think is a fresh chapter in Irish Eurovision history. Joining me to review the Irish Eurovision national selection is one of our lovely contributors, Kyle. How you going, Kyle?
I'm very good this morning, Sam. I think I'm on to coffee number 3 or 4, but it is a celebratory one because Bambie, 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 Bambie.
No, that's fantastic. Great. So
Here's Ireland.
as Kyle has alluded to, the winner of Eurosong this morning was Bambie Thug with Doomsday Blues. They came in first with 32 points, topping the tally vote and the Irish jury. A slightly unexpected winner, given that Erica Cody was the bookies' favourite going in, and Elsha was the favourite with the Aussievision team. So Kyle, what do you think of Bambie Thug and Doomsday Blues?
Sam, it's very exciting. Let's not beat around the bush. Ireland have been the butt of Eurovision jokes for their poor showings in recent years and for sending something really just beige and predictable. And now they have thrown that completely on its head, and you could sense the mood in the room as well, not just because people were chanting Bambi, but it was time for something different. They wanted something new. You could see that from the judges as well, which host Patrick was chatting to as well. And I think Bambi really, really stood out. And it wasn't, a, oh my God, knockout performance, but she nailed the themes and the concept of the song perfectly without looking too overblown or under delivering. And because you've got the opening bits from her, and then you've also got the dance moves between the chorus, a little swing 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 swing, but you also have the screams and the real metal breakdown at the end. And again, it was something different and something great, and clearly the 2/3 of the voters agreed with it. We had when we saw the international jury votes come in and we had the boy band on top, I thought, oh God, here we go again. But then in a huge 180, bam, bam, 12 points to Bambi from both the local jury and the public, and that got her over the line. So well done, Ireland. Well done.
Yes, indeed. I completely agree with you there. I'm so glad that Ireland has sent something different. I don't know if you felt this, but I felt like the international and national jury results could have been swapped. I would have expected the national jury to really dig the boy band and the international jury wanting something different. And I was really nervous because I was like, oh God, here we go again. Wheelie blogs ruining another national selection.
Yeah, Devin, what
Oh
the hell are you
God.
doing, mate?
Yeah, but thank God they sent something different. I think the performance, it was solid. I think there still needs some work. I'm a bit disappointed the backing vocals was a bit toned down. I think like for Eurovision, I like to see them really ramped up again, like in the studio version for more impact.
Mm.
Um, I also
Mm.
think that the staging, I think some of the other Aussievision contributors thought it was a bit, theatre school. I think they can definitely have a lot more impact for Malmo, which we will be there to see, Kyle, you and me. We're going to Malmo later.
Looking forward to it,
Um,
mate. Looking forward to it.
yeah. How do you think Bambi Thug will go at Eurovision and in Malmo?
Well, as we've alluded to, and as I said before, Ireland has a chance now. If they sent next in line, they would be the butt of Eurovision jokes again for another 12 months, and they would simply not qualify. This is different. They are going to stand out. People might think it's a bit of a hot mess and it's noisy and silly, but others might think, oh my God, Ireland's doing something different here. This is actually cool. It's going to pop out. So I actually think as I said before, if they didn't send Bambie Thug and they sent someone like Erica Cody, which, to be honest, she was very good. Or if they sent, pretty much any other act except for Go to Barn or Bambi, I would say, meh, dude, you're just making up the numbers. See you later. But I think their chances have gone from nup to there's potential here. They may finally make Saturday night, and how they'll go after that, I don't know. But this has real potential to, as I said, stand out and get a real cult following. So I think, as I said, Ireland have sent the best entry for them to improve on their dismal record from the last 5 years, and they may qualify for Saturday night.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think like especially now that the semis are 100% televote, you really need like,
Yes.
a shower, not a grower. You need something that
Yeah.
stands out and is different. So I think we'll see like which, semi-final, which half of the semi-final when the draw comes out, later this week. But I really do think,
Mm.
as you said, Ireland has chosen something different. Um, very unique. So I think they're definitely in with a strong chance, and it's in your face. It really grabs your attention, as you said. So yeah, fingers crossed that Ireland, finally breaks that non-qualification streak that extends back to 2018. Let's see them
Mm.
back in the final, hopefully.
Yeah.
Great. So we also had a few interesting results down the line, including next in line, which came joint second with 26 points. They topped the national jury vote. Elsha also came second with 26 points. Carl, did you have any particular thoughts about those two acts that finished joint runners-up today?
I think it's pretty clear what I think of next in line.
You love
um,
them, don't you? No?
oh, dude, I'm gonna rush out. Where do they cut? Can we bring them to Australia? Seriously? Oh, get Westlife to reunite and bring them with them. Oh my god! But noticeably, that could be that would be their path. I'd say honestly. But look, in all seriousness, pleasant. They're pleasant enough. They would have done the boy band thing well, but their staging was pretty abysmal. And just how they just moved around and did things. And, it's obvious, as I said, that they don't, the vocals weren't that great. But really, it's about the visual 1-2 punch. And it was just too predictable and too beige there. And as for Elsha, look, she was a huge favourite coming into it alongside Erica. And I mean, I missed the start of it because my RTE player didn't really stop buffering a bit. But I just think, whilst it was great, I think there was much more hype and a bit more impact when you listen to it, in the lead up to this. And then the live show, yeah, it did well. She had the band there. It was cool, but just felt a bit more gimmicky. And I think that, whereas with Bambie Thug, a bit more believable and definitely not gimmicky. So I'd say, look, good result for both of them, but as was said earlier, Ireland picked correctly.
Yeah, I think I agree with most things there. I think like the way I described it on Twitter this morning, next in line was Irish potato mash with no butter. Like, good and
Mm.
classic Irish, culture, but need something a bit more, need different. And it was just, yeah, as you said, quite beige and bland. Elsha was my personal favorite going in. I thought again her vocals, the backing vocals were too toned down. It didn't have that sort of pop in the studio
Yeah,
version.
yeah,
I liked the outfits, the school outfits, sort of referencing the teaching of Irish lyrics in school. I thought that was a
yeah.
clever gimmick. But
Mm.
it was a bit ribbed by the judging panel, Elsha's performance. But I'm glad, again, the studio panel was the voice of reason and said to the public, we need something different. So I'm really, really happy
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Did the international jury only give them two? Give her Elsha two?
Yeah, I think very low marks. So again, I'm not quite sure what the international jury was thinking there. It was almost like they were
Ah,
like, let's choose the most Irish
let's choose the
Eurovision
boy
entry in the
band.
past. Yeah.
Oh God.
So yeah, definitely interesting. as I said in my tweets, like I think just leave it to Ireland. They know what they want. They
Mm,
gave the jury and the televote in Ireland both gave Bambie Thug 12 points. Just leave it to them to decide. Ireland can decide their own fate. So yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, Carl, do you have any other last thoughts or comments about anything else? Or
No, just I guess as I said, Erica Cody, very good. As I said, the best of the predictable, safe songs, and she definitely had great stage presence. I'd put her up with Bambi as the probably the best performers of the night. The rapper guy, I also think he's got great talent, but it just wasn't going to be. I don't think Eurovision was going to be the right path for him and for this track, but I hope he does well. And then finally to our adopt well the bit of Aussie was in the selection today with what was
Isabella?
the entrant Isabella.
Isabella.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have to give her some kudos and good on her. Sadly finishing last amongst it all, but just not the right song and not the one to make an impact. But I think it was great to see a bit of Australia represented on the Irish national final. There was a very funny line from Patrick, the host, I think, referencing home and away in there. So that was cool. And I think the host did a really good job too. So
Yeah. No, that's very fair. And yeah, shout out to Isabella. Like, sadly, she did come last, but she did do Australia very proud. So hopefully she might have another crack at some stage. Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Carl, for joining me for your great insight as always. Thank you.
good on you,
And
Sam.
and thanks to all you watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media to keep track on all things Eurovision, especially this national selection period, and also to get more great insights from us. Cool, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Bye.